Hey everyone, my name is Robin Graves, and this is the world according to Graves. Uh, Let me get a little sippage here. People are bitching because I drink soda. You know what? It's my body, my decision. Remember? Whatever. So let me get a little sippage here, get my voice going because I got a lot to say. First off, I want to want you guys to forgive me for being in a bad attitude, bad mood today, having strong a bad attitude, and flying my favorite sign language signal, whatever you want to call this. No, I didn't invent the middle finger, but I sure as hell gave it frequent flyer miles and perfected the shit out of it. Uh, 2020 has been pretty much, it's been like reading your tarot cards after you mix them with Cards Against Humanity and shit comes true. Um, we're going to talk a little recent history of 2020 to present. This might go over, I don't give a shit right now. Uh, January, we started hearing all this shit about an impeachment. Yeah, we're going to impeach a president. We're going to impeach this guy because he did this, he did that, he did the other. He did nothing. Yeah, they made a big deal about it on the news. CNN, MSNBC, boy, their ratings were talking shit. Little politician. What's that cocksucker's name? Adam Schiff. I got all this evidence I haven't given yet. I've got it hidden in a safe place. Where? Where was your fucking evidence? Nadler waddling around like Humpty Dumpty. Nadler won't tell you what, buddy. That whole thing with your pants, your belt line up underneath your armpits. Yeah, that's a really good scene for you. Yeah, that shows what kind of person you are. We got Nancy Pelosi squawking her ass off at everything, at every opportunity she could back then. But we're going to impeach him. We're going to impeach him. Why'd you impeach him? Why'd you want to impeach him? You didn't have any evidence of anything you were blaming him for. You just thought you were going to impeach him because you didn't like Trump because he wasn't part of the good old boys club. He wasn't a career politician like you assholes were. You're afraid you're going to get caught up in your own bullshit, which we're going to be getting into shortly. We heard all this stuff about impeachment. They ran this thing. I watched the impeachment proceedings. I watched what they showed on TV. Too bad I couldn't have been there to see it personally. I'm pretty glad because I laughed till I pissed myself. Yeah. It seems they kept saying the same thing over and over again. It's like they're trying to sell a used car to somebody. They bullshit evidence. They couldn't get him for Russian collusion because that fell through. Yeah, Mueller, when they talked to Muleface, what the fuck do you want to call this son of a bitch? The guy showed he should have been in a nursing home. He was wondering who was going to bring him his jello the whole time. So that kind of went out the window and they found out that, nope, there was no Russian collusion. After they squawked and bitched and pissed and moaned about all this evidence they had from a fake dossier that Hillary Clinton bought, and started pushing around, pushing how real it was. I knew 2020 was going to be a weird year. This is an election year, but my God, it started 4 years ago. God, I am so fucking sick of all the shit on the news right now. They couldn't impeach a sitting president because they didn't like him. So they got all to be false. Then this phone call they actually tried to impeach him on. A phone call that Adam Schiff made up what was said. He made it up. And when he was called out on it, he goes, "Oh, I was being funny about it. I was just trying to make a joke." Schiff, you're not a funny person. You got caught lying. Why are you still in office? Do you still have a fucking job? So, fucking Windows. I hate Windows. I wish I could do this on Chrome. It's much easier. And then, when that fell through, I remember the day very well when this happened back in March. When the impeachment fell through, all of a sudden, coronavirus, COVID 19, the Kung flu, the Chinese flu, whatever the fuck you don't want me to call it, I'll call it. I'm not politically correct. I don't pretend to be politically correct. I don't believe in fucking Nazism. So, here we are. We have a worldwide pandemic that's going to kill everyone. Yeah, I was told if I ever caught it, since I have heart problems and I'm diabetic, and I've got a lot of underlying morbidity because of that and all this other bullshit. If I caught it, I'm going to die. People are running around acting all scared and everything, saying Trump lied about it all. First off, I caught it. I had it back in April. I tell you exactly where I caught it from on the day I caught it. I caught it on a Saturday at a international market on Buford Highway there in Atlanta, just the other side of Pinewood Studios. Okay, that's where I caught it from. That's the only place I've been to where I could catch anything. I was there, caught it. I thought I was having an allergy attack 2 weeks later. Actually, it was 11 days later. I thought I was having an allergy attack. Turns out I started running a low-grade fever. This is the beginning of April when I caught it. When I started showing symptoms of it. I thought my wife and I were having an allergy attack because that's about the time of year where, that really cool yellow-green pine tree splooge pollen runs around in large clouds mugging people. That's about that time. I thought that's what it was. So I realized, wait a minute, we're both running low-grade fevers. We're both showing a lot of signs of COVID-19. After speaking to 3 doctors and somebody from the CDC, turns out we had it. We had COVID-19. Did I die? No. I functioned on a regular basis. I still got things done. I still came on here. I still did what I normally do. So all you people out there talking about how I'll catch it, it's going to kill you, you're a fucking liar. Because if it would have killed anybody, it would have killed me. Okay? I survived, you're going to survive. Now the thing is, it did kill a lot of elderly people, mainly people in nursing homes. Doctors have said if you could call it the nursing home flu, you wouldn't be too far from wrong. Yes, there are some people who died from it that weren't in nursing homes, but look what was wrong with them. Look at what was wrong with them. Right now, I could tell you that COVID-19, the media created a panic in this country. I would rather listen to Osho, honestly, than I would somebody from the WHO or some crooked-ass politician or some dumbass like Fauci who works for the government. If he was so smart, if he was so good at what he did, why is he working for the government and not in the private sector? Why? Think about it, people. I'm being cussed at and threatened daily because I am not a proponent for wearing a mask. I believe what OSHA says. You're setting yourself up for problems. First off, your little cloth mask, your bandana, your t-shirt that you ripped up and wrapped around your face, whatever, the little homemade thing that grandma made for you, the cute one with the sunflowers and everything on it, doesn't do you any good. It does not block anything, period. Now you're saying, well, I'm wearing it to protect you. No, you're not, because if you got it, which you probably will have it, if you're wearing that dumbass mask and going out in public, you will catch it. Trust me, you will catch it. You're spreading it around wearing your stupid dumbass mask. Yeah. Your N95s. No, they do no good. I have actually studied the filters on N95s. I've consulted professionals. It will stop something down to 3 microns. That's quite small. We're going to discuss how small that is. It's smaller than a human hair. It is less than 10% the width of a human hair. A COVID-19 particle is 0.125 to 128 of a micron. Alright, a human hair is 50 microns thick. A COVID-19 particle, 0.125 to 1.129 inches, microns thick. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm pissed off. So fucking forgive me. Whatever. I don't care if you do or not. A COVID-19 particle is 1.25 to 1.28. of a micron, which means that a human hair at 50 microns is 400 times bigger around than a COVID-19 particle is. This means it is, let's see, 12, 36 times smaller than what an N95 mask can filter out. Now you're saying, well, it's to protect you. No, it's not, because when you breathe out, it's vented, it's non-filtered. So you're catching the virus and breathing out in my face. Yeah. Your surgical masks that all of you are wearing, acting like, oh, you're still perfect. You got a mask on. Got to put your mask on. Can't come here unless you have a mask on. Yeah, whatever. Those masks, those surgical masks, are meant to be used in a sterile condition, a sterile environment, i.e., a surgical room. Being out here in public, you better change it about every 15 to 20 minutes. Otherwise, nothing. It's wrong. It's ruined. Plus, you're wearing it all over the place, wearing it all through town whenever you're going running around, thinking you're safe. You're not, because the buildup and everything in that mask, from you breathing out the liquids and everything, you're actually breathing out toxins, carbon dioxide. You're wondering why you're getting that headache from when you're wearing this thing forever. You're wondering why you're passing out, why you're feeling lightheaded. It's called carbon dioxide poisoning. Okay? Understand that. Do some research. Google can be your friend. Okay? Not to mention that all the wearing the cloth masks, even the N95, and the surgical masks, a human being's system is not sterile. Okay? Human being is one of the least sterile things in the world. Okay? You have to understand that. When you're breathing out a lot of water vapor also, a lot of droplets, mucus droplets, everything, which has God knows what in it, which is actually proven one of the things it will do is cause you to set yourself up for viral pneumonia. Now, let's take a look at something. What does coronavirus cause that all you little wusses out there are so afraid of? Viral pneumonia. So, protecting yourself from viral pneumonia is setting yourself up to catch viral pneumonia. Damned if you, damned if you don't. Don't force your bullshit mask on me. I can't wear one anyway. I have anxiety issues. Okay? I will have an anxiety attack in a fucking mask. You can't make me wear one. By law, they cannot force you to wear one. I do not trust a crooked politician or some dumbass government employee who can't exist in the real world. I don't trust them. I trust people like Osho. Okay, I've spoken to Osho personnel. They have said these masks do not work. It doesn't matter, and they even explained it to me. And I tried explaining it to all of you people, but I'm still being cussed at. I'm still being told I don't know what I'm talking about. Do some research, okay, folks? Do a little bit of goddamn research. Now, since the COVID-19, we start questioning. We're starting to question, is it really that bad? The numbers aren't adding up. They're saying all these people died from COVID-19, even though hospitals have been caught fraudulently putting down COVID-19 as a cause of death for a suicide, for a drug overdose, driving drunk and killing yourself or somebody else. They're all saying it's COVID-19 related. When you're on hospice, and I know this for a fact, my father died from cancer. He was on hospice. My grandfather was on hospice. My grandmother was on hospice. When you're on hospice and you're getting close to dying, when you start showing signs you're not going to be around more in a few more days, they send you to a hospital to live out your last few days in comfort. That's what they do. That's what hospice does. When you go to a hospital for any extended stay, such as for hospice, hospitals will do a COVID-19 investigation. For some reason, these investigations last 3 weeks. For some reason, in those 3 weeks, you die from whatever you have: cancer, a stroke you had, a heart attack, any kind of illness, and you die in there because you're put into a hospital by from hospice. The investigation is stopped. Your cause of death is COVID-19 related. That's what they put on there because the investigation was never completed. A little fraudulent. Not to mention, they're talking about all these people that are catching COVID-19. Oh, it's spiking! No, it's not. I'm going to tell you why. They don't count the individual person being tested for COVID-19. If you're tested, you have it. They're going to tell you have it. You got to have 2 clear tests to say you don't have it. So people go get tested again. They still got it. Get tested again. They don't have it. Wait a few days. Get tested again. You don't have it. You're clear. 4 cases of COVID right there. They count the test as an actual person, not the person getting the test. If you have multiple tests for this piece of shit virus, they count it as 4 viruses, 4 cases of the virus. Therefore, the numbers spike up. They're doing this on purpose. And I'm not one of these people that wants to wear a tinfoil hat. You don't see a tinfoil hat here. All you see is all natural curly brown locks. These are all mine. Somewhere down the line, somebody is trying to do something. What's her face? Senorita Donkey Chompers. As much as Facebook says it's a false story, I had the page sent to me through an email. I had it sent to me through Facebook. I had it sent to me through 2 news groups of what AOC said. That we need to, that it doesn't matter if this country closes down. That's the only way we're going to win. We have to keep this going. Talking about the COVID-19 shit. Nobody out there, no politician out there knows what they're talking about. They're following some dumb shit like Fauci. He's telling everybody what's going on. Now, you want to sit here, I'm going to get back to this that I brought up earlier. They're trying to say Trump gave the wrong information. Let me explain something there. Listen, lefties. Trump gave the information that was given to him by the World Health Organization. Okay? Even the CDC didn't get jack shit from the WHO till later. And then they only got a partial amount of information. Trump only knew what the WHO told him. And the WHO parroted what China told them to tell Trump. China did not want us to know anything. They did not want us to know that they're the ones who started it. On their own internet, they turned around and said that it was naval personnel who caused it. When it was proven that it came from the Wuhan Viral Institute, or Virology Institute, what the hell you want to call that piece of shit? China even said it did not exist. Till some Canadians come forward and said, yeah, it does. We sent viral samples there ourselves. We know it exists. Hell, it was even on a TV documentary several years ago. And China wanted to tell us, well, the Wuhan Virology Institute doesn't exist, so it didn't come from there. They lied. It did come from there. Patient 0 happened, according to all accounts, got infected in September, late September of last year. Went to the wet market and spread like wildfire. Witnesses even said, there was even witness testimony, that when they were disinfecting the wet market, it looked like they were trying to scrub away a crime scene, is what they said it looked like. China knew what they were doing. They were trying to deny all of this. They wouldn't allow, when it started breaking out there in Wuhan, they would not allow domestic flights, period. They allowed no domestic flights from Wuhan. But they sure as fuck allowed them to everywhere else in the world. They spread this shit like wildfire. And everybody says, we can't blame China, we can't call it the Chinese flu, we can't call it the Kung flu. What the fuck do you think we need to call it then? The Harvey Weinstein flu? That Jake flu? Sure as hell it wasn't American, it didn't come from Europe. God. It's okay to call the Spanish flu, even though it didn't come from Spain. But can't call this the Chinese flu. For some reason, somebody wants to close down America, wants to destroy our economy. So that way they can blame Trump. This was a setup. The impeachment didn't work. So now COVID, they're gonna take advantage of COVID. It was a Democrat that made the comment, never let a crisis go to waste. So what are they doing? As any Democrat has always done, They've politicized everything. They sure as hell have. Well, COVID, we started questioning about COVID. We started finding out things. We started thinking for ourselves. We were questioning the motives behind what the media was doing, what politicians were doing. We stopped being afraid. We started seeing it for what it was. Well, for the most part, we have. There's still people out there that prefer to live in fear. Yes, it's a screwdriver, not the good kind. I gotta have something in my hand, otherwise I'm gonna punch the screen. Trust me on this. So we started questioning everything. A lot of people stopped virtue signaling. Those people like me who had it were now immune to it. They were trying to say at one point that, oh, you could catch it again. Yeah, if you find somebody that's fully infected and lick their fucking tonsils, yeah, there is a chance you could catch it again if you do that. Otherwise, you got it in your, you have the antibodies in your body. It's like chicken pox. You're not going to catch it again. But see, that's not what the narrative wants. They want us to live in fear. They want us to be afraid. They want us to be afraid to go to work. They want us to be afraid to go and open our businesses. Oh yes, before I friggin' forget, essential businesses were left open. Walmart was left open. Okay, that's fine. People have to get groceries. Publix was left open. Kroger was left open here in the South. These are Southern companies. I don't know exactly where they're at in the country. I know they're here. Lidl was left open. Several others left open. Just had to follow their little bullshit rules. 6 feet apart. Wear a mask. Diddle your dong in a corner when you take a leak or something. I don't know. I never paid attention. I'm a rebel. I'll never be any good. I think for myself. That's a problem I have, thinking for myself. But essential things that were left open. Liquor stores, evidently, are essential. Tobacco shops, evidently, are essential. Gun stores are evidently essential. Now, what do these three places have in common? What do they have in common? Any ideas? Come on, raise your hand. Tell me if you know. You don't know? I'll tell you. Monstrous amounts of taxes earned in these three kinds of businesses. Oh, by the way, I live in Georgia, so we don't have the fourth thing, pot dispensaries. All four of these were left open because they gained a shitload of taxes, so they're needed. They're needed. Yeah. They're needed. Let's go to a tobacco shop, buy a pipe, go to a pot dispensary, buy some weed, go to a liquor store, buy a bunch of Jack Daniels, go to a gun store, and get armed up and start shooting fuckers. Hey, why not? It's COVID-related deaths. Why not? Jeez. So the COVID didn't work too well. It's starting to not to work too well. All of a sudden, race riots. Oh yeah. I saw that happen here in Atlanta. Yeah, BLM and Antifa. I can go into this for hours, and I think maybe I'll save the hours for later and just do a gloss over to get to the pertinent points here. BLM burning down black businesses, attacking CNN, the College Football Hall of Fame here in Atlanta. Yeah, tearing down statues. Making demands, them using Antifa to do their dirty work for them. That way they can say, well, it wasn't just black people out there burning down black business, there was white folks out there too, Antifa. Yeah, what were black people out there hanging around white people burning down black businesses for? Why did they try to stop the white people from burning down the black business? Oh, I'm sorry. BLM was in there looting and setting fire to the place too. Yeah, I don't want to hear your bullshit, people. I know what I saw. I know what I've read. I know what I know. And you're not going to tell me that BLM cares about black people. Because if they did, they wouldn't be burning down black businesses. They wouldn't be involved with that. They wouldn't be involved with attacking black people. They wouldn't be involved with a lot of things that they say that Black Lives Matter, but BLM is all for black people. But I've been told that because you got people in BLM talking about, we're going to kill white people, kill whitey, all white people must die. Oh, they're only talking about racist. You act like they're coming at you. Yeah, they burned down part of my city. They're talking about killing white people. I'm white. So what makes you think they're not coming after me? What makes you think that I should not think that? I should not defend myself? Yeah, okay. I would take BLM more seriously. They would care more about black people. Let's do something about black crime instead of sitting there making up excuses about, well, that's our problem. We have to take care of ourselves. Yes, you do. Black people matter. Go take care of black people, okay? Make sure they're not killing each other. What message, BLM and Antifa, what messages are you sending to people? That if we don't cater to your demands, you're going to burn down our cities? You're going to attack white people and kill them? Hell, I know right now there's places in Douglasville, Lithia Springs, and Mableton, suburbs of Atlanta, just a few minutes from me. If you're white, you're fair game. They have been fair game, and the police will do jack and shit about it because they're not white. You are. You don't matter. It's alright to say Black Lives Matter, but I can't say White Lives Matter because that's racist and it pisses off everybody from BLM. Well, White Lives Matter. Humanity first. Yeah, I started the hashtag humanity first. Yeah. And it seems to be catching on a little bit. So anytime you see anybody sitting there talking about BLM and all this, how great they are, do hashtag humanity first. Trust me. Let's get the point across. They're wanting to sit there and talk about how statues are offending them. We need to get rid of these statues. Do they even know who these people on these statues are or anything to do with them in history? Do they? Evidently not. In Texas, they tore down a statue of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Why? They didn't know who he was. He was a statue, so we're going to tear it down. I happen to be a big Stevie Ray Vaughan fan. Great blues guitarist. It's gotten dumb, people. It's gotten stupider and stupider. They made their own little country, Chaz, Chop, Dumbistan, whatever you want to call this piece of shit place. And Durkin or Duncer, or whatever her dumbass name is there in Seattle, made a comment, it's the summer of love. Yeah, with all the killings, rapes, and thefts, and all the drugs and everything. Yeah, that's pretty fucking lovely, folks. The people who lived in that area, who were stuck there when Chaz, Chop, Dumbistan, dumbass people decided to wall everything off. They got caught there. They couldn't leave because they had people, some Raz asshole, some rapper from here in Atlanta, running around with an AR-15, being a Mr. Warlord and everything, and threatening people, attacking anybody who didn't agree with them. So what was the first thing these assholes did? When they decided to take over a tenth of Seattle, we're going to wall it off and create strong borders. Isn't that what Trump wanted to do with America? But that was wrong. But these people are right for doing that, for creating a wall around their place and making strong borders and nobody in or out. But we can't do that as Americans because it's wrong. You can't have it both ways, cocksuckers. It doesn't work. It's showing you're hypocrites. And I can't stand a fucking hypocrite. So, right now, Chaz fell apart. Finally. People are saying, why doesn't Trump do anything? I'll tell you why Trump didn't do anything. CNN had their little Nazi, Trump is a Nazi little segments already written. They had them already ready to go if Trump stepped in. Trump sat there and said, we're going to watch them eat each other. And they did. Trump's not stupid. It's not his place to fix anything like that in a state like that. It is the mayors and the governors. He told them, said, you want me to fix it? I'll mobilize the National Guard. We'll fix it. No, we don't want you to fix that. Good, I won't then. She didn't, Durkins or whatever dumbass name is, didn't give a shit. It was the summer of love. It was a block party atmosphere. Yeah, with people being threatened to be killed. That's block party atmosphere, summer of love bullshit. Yeah, whatever, cunt. She cared nothing about it. She wanted to go on till they came to her house. All of a sudden, they have no business doing this. They're in the wrong place. They have no business. I didn't do anything wrong to them. How about all the people that got hurt from these assholes before they came to your house? Did they deserve anything to happen to them? No, but you didn't give a shit. And people, this is a typical thing from a politician. They don't give a shit about you. They care nothing about you. In the past 3 years, what have the Democrats done for you? What have they done? What have they done? Name one goddamn thing. You can't. And on the other hand, What have the Republicans in Congress done for you? Little or nothing, too. Democrats will sit there and bully and lie and cheat and steal and make you look bad, while the Republicans will sit there and in their infinitely wonderful battle cry, "Not the face!" will do nothing. We have all these people that have committed severe crimes. Hillary Clinton, for one. Nothing's happened to her. Bill Clinton, nothing's happened to him. Nothing's happened to Obama. Nothing's happened to Starzak. Nothing's happened to Carter Page. Nothing's happened to Nadler. Nothing's happened to Pelosi. Nothing's happened to Schiff, who have committed crimes against this country, crimes of treason. You don't believe me? Look up the things of their actions, and then go look it up online. You'll find a lot of these are treasonous acts. Nothing has happened to them. You know why? Because Republicans are afraid their bullshit, phony baloney jobs might be in jeopardy. Nobody wanted to investigate anything having to do with Epstein. Nobody wanted anything to do with him. He died. Oh, we're just going to accept it was suicide. Suicide was actually ruled out a few times, quite a few times. But we're just going to say it's suicide. Now they got Maxwell in there. I'm pretty sure her suicide is scheduled for a few days later. A few days from now. She'll suicide also. In the most ridiculous way. I'm going to guarantee you it will be COVID related. I will guarantee you. Her death will be COVID related. And nobody will do anything about it, knowing what happened, she was murdered just like Epstein was. We have some of the worst politicians in history right now. These career politicians have destroyed our country on both sides. We need to get rid of them. Now I've been told that, well, you get in one piece of shit and he's gone in 4 years. Another piece of shit will come in. Really? Who voted them in? You? Everybody who's in office right now, we voted in. We voted these assholes in. We need to vote them out. Get them out. Start over from a clean slate. It doesn't matter what they've done or who they've done. Nobody has gotten into government without becoming millionaires. Well, except for Trump. He was already a billionaire when he came in. So they can't buy him. They hate him. And they're blaming everything on him. Like I said, 2020 is an election year. I know it's going to get crazy. But this election year started 4 years ago. Yeah. Right now, I've actually sat down and researched everything that's gone on since January 1st. Everything. Especially the shit that's happening with the so-called race riots. And, excuse me, they're not race riots. They're protests. Protests, my ass. Protests are peaceful. Riots are violent. These assholes are violent. Everything that's going on right now is showing me that there is a civil war happening. This is something I never wanted to see. Not in my lifetime. I'm hearing death threats from Antifa and BLM, how they're going to come out here to the suburbs and they're going to take what's theirs. I don't see anything here that's theirs. You take something from me, you're going to fight for it and probably die. There's a lot of people out in the suburbs and people out in the countryside who are just waiting. Yeah. You want to declare civil war and destroy America? You're not well armed or well trained to do so. Trust me. You little Antifa assholes, you're out in the field, woods, you're training hard. Sitting out in the field smoking pot isn't training. Go out in the woods and everything, commune with nature all you want to and hug a fucking tree. It's not training. You guys are a joke. Antifa, you're a joke. I will tell you to your face. You are the biggest fascists there are. Black people right now are wanting segregation again. They're wanting their own cities, their own sections of cities, their own schools, their own this, their own that, their own the other. I thought we did really good making black and whites equal. I wish we were. But a white person can't go to college for being white. White people can't have their own TV stations, their own TV networks. Blacks do, BET. White people can't have their own colleges. White-only colleges. Blacks have black-only colleges. Look at Morehouse here in Atlanta. It's gotten stupid, people. It's gotten real ridiculous. I'm not sitting here preaching to hate black people. No, that is not what I'm doing. I'm not sitting here preaching racism. I hate racism with a passion. I believe we're all equal. Every human being. The biggest Ted Turner and a bum in the street to me are of equal worth. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what color you are. You know, I had to explain that a black man coming to my house and me running him off doesn't mean I don't like black people. It means I'll run a white person off too. I don't want to be bothered. So, look, guys, I'm really, I want to apologize. I'm pissed off today. I had some things happen, some things that should never have happened. I'm still, it's a problem beyond my control at the moment, but we're going to see about it later. I'm not going to go into it. I don't want to name names. I don't want to name what they did. I don't want to. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm a little better than that. But I wanted to talk to you guys today, tell you what's happening, what I've seen since January, and what a lot of us have seen. A lot of us have seen this, and I know I missed a few things, but I have a lot I needed to say, and I wanted to get it out before tomorrow. I mean, I could go on with this for 3 or 4 hours, but I want you guys to watch the rest of my videos that are coming up in the future. I don't want to bore you too much. And I've already gone over time. I'm about, 10 minutes longer than I normally go. So, anyway, every one of you guys out there, I want you to remember, #humanity first. I appreciate every one of you guys out there who watch this. I love every one of you subscribers. You guys are almost like my family. I have no real associates anywhere. Well, except for here. This is the most socializing I do. You know, you guys take care of yourselves. I expect you guys to be around to see these for a while. Talk hard, everyone. Love you. Bye.